Good afternoon. My name is Patricia Ba, Mrs. I'm the National Coordinator for the Reduction of Teenage Pregnancy and Child Marriage.
2 days engagement in Bomali district. What's the rationale?
It's key. We came here on two grounds. The first one is to do a regional launching of the national strategy for the reduction of teenage pregnancy and child marriage, which was launched nationally by His Excellency the President. But we thought it fit that we have to bring the strategy closer to the people. So the six cabinet ministers responsible for the implementation of this strategic document are the Ministry of Health by the Minister of Professor Alfati Wui, and the Ministry of Social Welfare by Madam Bendu Dasama, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Mohamed Bankura, the Ministry of Local Government, and the Ministry of Political Affairs. They were all here, six of them, to commit themselves again at regional level that they have to implement the strategy. And the key line ministries, you will see that we have a host of our colleagues from all the five line ministries that I've mentioned: local governments, education, social welfare, health. They were all here. We have the DMOs, we have the chairman council of paramount chief, the host paramount chief. So first of all, give them the document, and this is your document. All of us have to implement it, and also to strategize on how we are going to implement. That's why we moved from the launching, which ended around 12:30, and then we went into our different groups. They started to develop a district plan for the implementation of the strategy. So that's why we are here for these
Somebody
2 days.
viewing or listening to this interview for the first time would be very much eager to know what is in the package. You've spoke about the launching. It has been launched. What does this document contain?
Well, if you look at the strategic documents, as I've mentioned, we have five line ministries, but we also have partners that are working with these line ministries to make sure we achieve our goal, which is to reduce the fertility rate of our adolescents from 125 per thousand to 74 per thousand. So we are working on that. So all these partners, together with the line ministries, have key activities that they have to implement. Within that strategy, we have six pillars. For pillar one, for example, which is talking about creating a legal framework where they have an enabling environment, we have the policies, the laws to address teenage pregnancy and child marriage. All these line ministries and partners will be working on it. And then we have pillar two that talks about providing an adolescent-friendly health services to all of them, the adolescents. With the Ministry of Health and their partners will be working. It's six. The last one is talking about monitoring and supervision. And then we also mentioned pillar four that is talking about community ownership. So the Ministry of Local Government is involved. So within the strategic document, we have key pillars, six of it, and out of these six, each pillar has its own specific line activities that they have to implement, and also how we are going to monitor the implementation. So we are here to make sure that we launch, that's one, and also for each of these districts to look with their partners, all the key players coming together to develop an operational plan for the next 1 year on the way forward of the implementation of the strategy.
How long will it take you to develop this particular plan you're talking about?
We've already started it. They've presented the draft. We've made our input this afternoon. We've asked them to go back and look at it. So I'm expecting the final operational plan from district by close of business Monday next week.
Sierra Leone is a fragile nation, like other nations. We've seen the launch of the fragility report and a lot more further reports. What dividend do you think this particular report will create in ensuring that the goals are achieved?
If you look at the commitments made, I think one mistake that we normally look is that we believe that when they said this document has been launched, it's the sole responsibility of that ministry. This is Sierra Leone. All of us have a role to play. You yourself interview me, have a role. If we want to see the dividend of this report, I think we all have a role to play. And I'm convinced, I'm sure that with all our hands together, we'll definitely achieve. We'll see our girls going back to school, remain in school, and finish school. We also, it's not going to be automatic. This is a 5 year implementation plan. So we're expecting that within the first 1 year, by the end of 2019, all our policies, you heard from the Ministry of Local Government, they made it clear that they are working on the child marriage bill, which is they are working on. So hopefully we'll have that launch by end of 2019. The Ministry of Education, as I speak, they are working on including comprehensive sexuality or family life education into the curriculum of our schools. So at the end of the day, by 2019, all those documents will be ready and we'll kickstart the implementation before September 2019 school academic year. So for me, the dividend will be great. We will make sure we reduce child marriage and adolescent pregnancy, and will also help at the end of the day. If we implement, I believe that maternal mortality will be reduced, because 46.8% of the women that are dying are adolescents. So if we are able to address their issues, we are able to prevent that death, and also indirectly will be able to sort of reduce infant and neonatal mortality. For all these babies that are dying before the first 28 days of life or within the first 1 year are babies born to teenagers or adolescents. So I believe that if we implement and if all of us come together, definitely the dividend will be good.
It's a government-driven project, even though we've seen other partners coming on board. What are the expectations from the general public?
Like for example, the free quality education is a government-driven project. So is the teenage pregnancy reduction and child marriage. Now the president has said we are in an emergency for gender-based violence, especially for our minors, right? I believe that as a government document, it's something that they are committed to. If they were not committed, you will not see 6 cabinet ministers, senior cabinet ministers. The Minister of Health is a senior cabinet minister. The Minister of Local Government is a senior cabinet minister. The Minister of Education is a senior cabinet. The Minister of Social Welfare. So if they are not committed, my brother, they will not be in Makeni for 2 days, just for us to come and discuss on documents that hinges on the welfare of our adolescent girls. And mind you, this strategy is not only looking at the girls, but the boys also. We have a lot of activities within that strategy that gears toward, because the adolescent boys don't even have the information about their sexuality. So if we implement it correctly, I believe they also will be educated on their sexuality, and they also will take precaution, because all these pregnancies are caused by these young boys. So we have a lot of activities, and indirectly they are also going to benefit from it.
To conclude this interview, what are you expecting from the general public?
I'm expecting the general public to buy into the implementation, to support, especially the parents. You will agree with me that if we never had a very good parenting, I will not be sitting here talking about teenage pregnancy, any teenage pregnancy and child marriage. My mother and my father, may their souls rest in perfectly. They played a greater role in making me who I am today. They make sure I went to school. They make sure I present my report cards. They make sure I stay at home and study. They don't allow me to go out at night when I was a teenager. I have a time to play and mingle with my friends. So they monitor, even that's why even when I'm an adult, I don't see myself just going out in the name of going out. I have to see the friend that I will visit, because looking at my time schedule, I don't think I will have time for that. So we are expecting the community, we are expecting the parents to go back to the olden days, to take up their responsibility. You can spend 6 8 hours in the market doing your business, or in your offices working, but when you come back home, you have to play that parental role. You can be in the market and monitor your girls in the school, or at home what they are doing, and also in your offices monitor them by phone call. Thank God we have the mobile phones. You will not encourage your girl to come with a bag of rice to take care of a family when you know she's not working. So as a community, we are expecting them to buy into it. Now they have the free quality education. Let them encourage their girls to go to school, stay in school and finish school. And let them also encourage their boys also to stay out of trouble. Because when you pregnant a girl at an early age, by the time you become an adult man, my brother, you have a divided family. You have the kids you have created when you're in school. And when you get married, that woman also expecting to have their own kids.
All right.
So for me, I think the community should buy into it, and they should support all the players to make sure we address the issue of teenage pregnancy and child marriage.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.